Hello everybody, this is Michel'le and this is going to be my debut video. You can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and YouTube at Michel'le. If you want to spell that J-O, V as in Victor, O-N-L-A-C-H-E-Y. So with that introduction, let us begin talking about R&B Divas LA. R&B Divas LA is an upcoming American reality television series coming on TV One and is scheduled to premiere this coming Wednesday, July the 10th, 2013. I will be following the show and giving a video update every week throughout the season. The show R&B Divas LA, it chronicles the lives of R&B singers Lil Mo, Chante Moore, Kelly Price, Claudette Ortiz, Michel'le, and Dawn Robinson as they balance their music careers and their personal lives. TV One has assembled a dynamic cast of R&B singers who cover a wide range of successes and experiences. I personally think that this cast of singers will be more active and driven than their R&B Divas Atlanta counterparts. So let's break these women down on an individual basis and see who these accomplished vocalists are. First up, we're going to take a look at Kelly Price. Kelly Price made her first high-profile appearance as a background singer for George Michael all the way back in 1992. She later became a very noticeable backing vocalist for the one and only Mariah Carey. She can be clearly heard on Carey's Anytime You Need a Friend, Always Be My Baby, and throughout the groundbreaking Merry Christmas album. In the mid-1990s, Price became the unofficial voice for Sean Combs' Bad Boy Records, appearing on many of those hit singles as the hook singer, most notably on Mo Money, Mo Problems. In addition to her own vocal prowess and abilities, Price is a talented songwriter and vocal arranger, having penned songs for Faith Evans, Karen Clark Sheard, SWV, Brian McKnight, R. Kelly, Ron Isley, and countless others. In 1998, we saw the debut of Price's album Soul of a Woman. It appeared at number 15 on the Billboard Hot 200 album chart. For those of you who are about my age, you'll remember the song was that set was led by a friend of mine. The song was so strong at radio that it went to number 1 on the R&B chart with no video, and it bumped the juggernaut The Boy Is Mine by Brandy and Monica out of their perch atop the R&B charts. Once the video was released, the song had been remixed to feature Ron Isley and R. Kelly, solidifying Price's spot as an R&B great. In 1999, Price appeared alongside the late great Whitney Houston and Faith Evans on the number 2 pop hit, Heartbreak Hotel. Price has since released 5 more chart-topping albums, including Mirror Mirror, that featured her remake of the Shirley Murdoch classic As We Lay, Priceless, and the return to her gospel roots, This Is Who I Am. Price has been nominated for 7 Grammy Awards and has sold over 5 million albums to date. So now let's move on to the beautiful Chante Moore. Chante Moore made her debut in 1992 with the album Precious on MCA Records. The album was a success, producing hit single after hit single. Among them, It's Alright, Love's Taken Over, Candlelight and You with Keith Washington, and Who Do I Turn To? The Precious album is considered a classic and is highly touted amongst jazz, R&B, and gospel enthusiasts for its dynamic vocals. Moore followed up with her sophomore release, A Love Supreme, in 1994, and it featured the singles Old School Loving, This Time, I'm What You Need, and a remake of the Denise Williams classic Free. Moore is one of the few commercial artists from any genre to possess that elusive whistle register that so many people go crazy about. She is often fairly and unfairly compared to Minnie Riperton because of the fact that she can go into that upper register. In late 1995 all the way through 1996, Moore was featured as the primary backing vocalist on most of the songs from the Grammy Award-winning Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, and increased her jazz profile with the vocally improvised single Way You from the soundtrack. In 1999, we saw the release of This Moment Is Mine, and that album featured Moore's biggest hit to date, Chante's Got a Man. The single was a top 10 pop hit and peaked at number 2 on the R&B chart. The album also featured the Diane Warren penned I See You in a Different Light, featuring JoJo Haley of Jodeci and Casey and JoJo fame. The years 2000 and 2001 saw Moore release the singles Straight Up and Bitter, and she appeared on the Isley Brothers hit single Contagious with R. Kelly. In 2002 and in 2005, Moore released 2 duet albums with her then husband Kenny Lattimore. A few radio singles include the Renee and Angela cover You Don't Have to Cry and Lovable From Your Head to Your Toes, produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Chante Moore is the Soul Train Award, NAACP Image Award, and American Music Award winning artist. Now let's talk about Michel'le. Now, even though she only has released 2 albums in her 25-year career, her influence can still be heard in today's current crop of R&B and hip-hop soul singers. The squeaky voice Michel'le first came to prominence as the powerful female voice on the world-class Wrecking Crew's 1987 single Before You Turn Off the Lights. As the forerunner to Mary J. Blige, Michel'le actually laid the foundation for hip-hop soul before the term was coined in the early 90s. In 1989, Michel'le released her triple platinum self-titled debut album. The album featured the huge pop hit No More Lies, the infectious Nice Tea, and the R&B standard Something in My Heart. Dawn Robinson, best known as 1/4 of the legendary girl group En Vogue, her vocals can be heard on classics like Don't Let Go, My Loving, Free Your Mind, and the Aretha Franklin cover Giving Him Something He Can Feel. Robinson has been subject of much speculation as to the demise of En Vogue, but she insists that she is and was not the problem. Upon her departure from En Vogue in 1997, Robinson joined the supergroup Lucy Pearl with Raphael Sadiq and Ali Shaheed Muhammad. The group released 2 singles with Robinson, including the hit Dance Tonight and Don't Mess With My Man. Robinson left the group after 2 singles and was replaced by Joy. In 2002, Robinson released her solo debut, Dawn, on Atlantic Records. The album did not chart in the US or internationally. Since 2005, she has made appearances with the original En Vogue, but as 2011, she is no longer associated with the group and cannot use the name for promotional purposes. Robinson is Grammy nominated as part of En Vogue and Lucy Pearl. Now let's move on to hip-hop chanteuse Little Mo. If you think R&B Divas LA castmate Kelly Price is the voice behind some of the biggest R&B and hip-hop singles, then you need to meet Little Mo. She took the hook singing to the next level and essentially drew the blueprint for the male rap, female R&B collaboration. So all of these male-female combos you hear today, Little Mo is given credit for that. Little Mo has appeared on no less than 20 hit singles. Some highlights are Put It On Me and I Cry with Ja Rule, Hot Boys with Missy Elliott, Wifey with Next, and Can't Let Go with Fabulous. In 2001, Little Mo released her debut album based on a true story. The album featured the top 40 hit Superwoman Part 2. Another single, Gangsta, was released and it featured a gin and juice sample from Snoop Dogg. My personal and a fan favorite was and is the Cyndi Lauper Time After Time cover. Little Mo's version reintroduced the song to a new generation and to a new genre. When you hear R&B singers cover the song on competition shows like American Idol and The X Factor, they are usually referring to Little Mo's version. Little Mo is also an accomplished songwriter, penning hits for Blackstreet, Next, Changing Faces, and 3LW. So we're going to round out the cast and we're going to talk about Claudette Ortiz. Claudette is best known as the female voice of the R&B trio City High. The group featured Ryan Toby and Robbie Pardlow. Ortiz can be heard on the group's across-the-board top 10 hit, What Would You Do?, The group followed up the hit with Caramel, a top 10 R&B hit that featured Philly rapper Eve. Although the group was a hit, they have yet to produce a sophomore album. Ortiz has done work outside of the group, most notably appearing on Wyclef Jean's top 20 hit, Two Wrongs, back in 2002. Ortiz has also seen her share of tabloid coverage due to the fact that she dated City High bandmates Robbie Pardlow and later married the other member, Ryan Toby. The two are now divorced. Ortiz received the Grammy nomination as part of City High. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at JovonLachey, again JovonLachey, and on Tumblr at JovonLachey. Also, you can find me on YouTube at JovonLachey. So I'm pretty easy to find. Just go in and type in my name, JovonLachey. And check back here every week for an update to R&B Divas LA. Thank you.